What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to our competitive decks series. So, in this series, if you haven't seen it before, we are going through all of the Pokemon in the new metagame introduced in Sword and Shield, and we are talking about how to use them all competitively. That is movesets, that is EV training, that is everything like that. So if you want to know how to use all of the Pokemon from Sword and Shield competitively, make sure to check out the playlist down in the description below, and of course make sure to like this video. So today we're talking about Coalossal, and I love this mod. I think it's so cool. I think it's such a good design. Now I do wish that it was a train rather than just like the mountain that it is, but it's okay. It's totally fine. I really like this mod, and we actually showed off this mod in last week's video for Meme GC, our VGC series on the channel. If you missed that video, that will be up in the iCard above, but we featured Gigantamax Coalossal and its ability Steam Engine. So I thought that we would go ahead and start with a set very similar to what we featured, and we'll go through how it works. So Coalossal has several things that are really good about it, right? It's got good HP, it's got good defense, it's got pretty good special defense, it's really slow, which is not great, and its offenses leave something to be desired at base 80. So how are we going to patch that up, right? So using Steam Engine, which is its signature ability, your speed is raised by 6 stages after being damaged by a fire or water move. Now, this does not give you the immunity to water or fire. It just means that you take damage and then you gain the speed. So we have Endure for that. So you click Endure on the incoming water move, and then you retaliate back with a weakness policy boosted, whatever you want to go for. So we do have Edgequake and then Fire Punch. So Edgequake is really nice coverage plus Fire Punch for the stab boost. But we also don't want to run Flare Blitz just because, you know, recoil if you're sitting at 1 HP. This is also why we're running speed on this at 248, so that we can be able to outspeed certain things. I don't believe we can quite outspeed. I don't know. It's pretty fast. I think we outspeed Dragapult barely, which is pretty cool. So yeah, if you can pull this off, this thing can do some pretty nice work. So yeah, definitely go out and try this out. So the other two abilities that this thing has, though, that we're going to look at are Flame Body and Flash Fire. Both very good abilities. Flame Body has a chance to burn the opponent when it makes contact with you, and Flash Fire makes you immune to fire type attacks and boosts your fire type attacks by 1.5 times after you are hit. So those are both really cool abilities, and we are going to go ahead and explore some of those. So the next set is a little bit more standard, I think, and this is a lead set slash rocker and spinner. That is one thing this thing can do, kind of like Excadrill, is to both rock and spin. But it's kind of bulky, right? It's a little bit bulkier than Excadrill is, and so it fills that niche a little bit. Now, it is 4 times weak to ground, which is not great, but I think it's okay. It is pretty slow, but you know what? It's fine. You do have a fire immunity now for your team, so you can bring in something that is weak to fire as a teammate, and this helps to cover it. And so yeah, then Flare Blitz and Stone Edge there for coverage. You can set up rocks, you can rapid spin, and we've got heavy duty boots so that you don't take damage where you are weak to rock. The next set is going to be Choice Banded. This thing can run either physical or special. It gets quite a decent move pool. So let's see. It also gets Body Press, which we will talk about a little bit. I don't think I have a moveset with Body Press on it for this mon, but Body Press is definitely a nice option to consider because 120 defense is a thing. So it definitely hits really hard. It gets Earth Power, Fire Blast, Fire Punch, Flame Charge, probably not worth it. Flamethrower, Flare Blitz. I mean, it gets a lot of really nice coverage, actually. So definitely worth mixing it up and trying a lot of different options. And yeah, you could also run on this set right here where we're running defensive. You could swap out something for Will-O-Wisp, which is another option for you. I think it's pretty cool, especially with the 120 defense. You're going to be living physical hits for days. But yeah, Choice Bandit is going to hit pretty dang hard coming off of base Haiti, which isn't great, but Choice Bandit, max attack, hitting with Flare Blitz or Earthquake, Stone Edge, even Explosion. I thought Explosion would be a really nice option. Helps you to hit water types and go ahead and get out of there, come into something a little bit better, or even just nuke it. It's pretty good. So yeah, definitely consider Choice Bandit. It's definitely not as standard, but I think it could work and could catch an opponent off guard. So next we have specs. Like I said, this thing can run a special set as well. And so this, I think, is its best special set. Unfortunately, the best special rock move that it gets is Ancient Power. So, I mean, you're kind of limited as far as that goes. But I think it's totally fine. It also gets Scald, which is pretty cool. I really, really like Scald on this Mon. It kind of reminds me of Embor a little bit, getting Scald, being a fire type. But you know what? It's pretty neat. And then you get Fire Blast and Earth Power as well. So yeah, those are pretty standard sets, I think. I mean, somewhat standard, right? So for our last set, of course, our meme. We have to have a meme. And it is with Tar Shot. Now, Tar Shot is Coalossal's signature move, and what it does is it lowers the target's speed by 1 stage, and they now are weak to fire. So it adds a 2x weakness to fire onto the opponent. Now, I don't think that if they have like a 4x weakness already, I don't think it makes them like 8x weak. And I think if they 4x resist it, I think it just makes them 2x resistant. As far as I know, that's how that works. But so yeah, we've got Tar Shot and we've got Expert Belt because now Flare Blitz will be considered super effective. So you'll get a you'll get a ×1.2 boost to your Flare Blitz as well. So, and then Stone Edge just for the other stab and Rapid Spin for utility, but you could switch that out for anything you want, like Will-O-Wisp or anything like that. So yeah, that is going to be all for Coalossal. I think this mod's pretty cool, and I think it definitely has a small niche within the tiers. It has been dropping quite a bit because of its just lackluster offenses without weakness policy, and then of course its speed. Now, one thing also to consider is this under Trick Room. You could consider running like the Choice Bandit or Choice Spec set under Trick Room, which could do some work for you. It being base 30 speed, there's not much that underspeeds it, so that's also something to consider. But yeah, that's going to be all for today, and I hope you all enjoyed. So make sure to leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe if you are new, and I will see you Wednesday for another Wi-Fi battle. Until then, bye-bye.